Here's a loose puck. Eberle scores!
Jordan Eberle is one of 20 players in the NHL this season who hail from Saskatchewan. But that's far fewer than just over a decade ago when 57 NHL players came from the Prairie Province.
Gordie Howe with the second goal of the night.
And going back in history, Saskatchewan has always punched well above its weight in sending players to the show. So, why the decline? Hockey players at this Saskatoon rink have their theories.
I think it's a big money thing. Like, there's a lot more money down in the U.S., as simple as that.
19-year-old Jet Strang says it's becoming more difficult for Canadians to dominate as the Americans pump more money into hockey. His friends have set their sights on other goals.
I think even for where I'm playing, most of the guys are like really putting their heads towards school and stuff like that, less towards the rink. And I think that's also got to do with it, just a lot less guys actually going towards, I'm going to the show. It's just a lot of what am I going to do with my life after this, focusing more on the books.
The United States has a much greater population than Canada, and the game of hockey is becoming a much bigger deal in the United States than it used to be.
Randy Boswell has been crunching the numbers. The journalism professor says as Americans take up more NHL spots, there's less room for Canadians.
The state of Minnesota is producing more NHL players right now than either Alberta or Quebec. So it tells you something that, there's significant changes underway.
Back at the rink, families say playing hockey is already expensive, and pursuing elite hockey is unaffordable for most.
Living in Saskatchewan, the travel costs are significant.
We were just at the sports store before we came here and looking at sticks for $400, $430, so.
But this 11-year-old says he won't give up.
My big dream is the NHL.
And despite the decline, Saskatchewan is still the #1 producer of NHL talent per capita in North America. But for how much longer is the question. Bonnie Allen, CBC News, Swift Current.